Hey everyone, this is part 2 of what I got back in November during the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble. I just have a handful of titles to show you, and this is the last part, but this is what I got. I ordered these online because I had a coupon, and I used it the last day that it was valid on a box set because I knew I wanted to get a box set during this sale at some point. So, yeah, one of them is sort of like dented and I don't like that, but oh well. Anyway, let's just get started. I sort of have like preparation notes in a Word document, so if at points it looks like I'm reading, it's probably because I am, just so that I have an idea of what I'm saying, I guess. So, first, I have Three Women, and this is from 1977, spine number 230, and oh gosh, lighting is always bad. I have a new idea of how I can set up my videos, since I've sort of struggled with it since we moved here. So maybe my next video will be like that, but for now I'll just try to show you. It's like really bright back there, and it's sort of hard to see. But Three Women, directed by Robert Altman. I don't remember if I said that, but that's what it is. And this movie is so hard to describe. I don't know, I can't even. I watched it, and then throughout the day it just kept coming back in my mind, and it just, all day I couldn't stop thinking about it, even though it wasn't even like relevant to what I was doing. And finally, at night, I just decided to write it all down. I typed for like 3 hours straight everything that I can think of that had come into my mind during the day, and I reread it, and this is sort of going a little off topic, but I reread it and I liked what I had written, and I like writing, and then I just decided that maybe I should do this for other films that I watch. Not all of them, but ones that I have enough to write about. So I decided to start a blog, and it's just in the beginning phases. Really, it's not much, but it's there, and I'll link it in the description. It's not that I'm like trying to write amazingly well, it's just me like getting my thoughts down and sharing my thoughts. So the overall premise of this, I don't want to give too much away, but maybe I should, because I definitely had a different idea of what this was about. Pinky, Sissy Spacek's character, is a new nurse, and she moves in with Millie, who is Shelley Duvall's character, and they're both nurses, they work together, and now they're roommates, and like Pinky becomes obsessed with Millie. It's pretty interesting, but it's pretty weird and creepy. I don't want to get too much into it because I know I'd be talking for like an hour, considering how much I wrote and how much like I was thinking about it afterwards. I don't want to talk about it too much. And honestly, because I had a different idea of what I thought it was about, I felt a little disappointed when I was watching it and when I was finished with it. But I'm pretty interested in watching it again just to see the difference between my first reaction and then that second reaction. I don't plan on watching it like anytime soon, but I also don't want to wait like a year. So, sort of mixed thoughts. And at times it made me pretty angry, honestly. There's another character, because it's called Three Women, so you're like expecting another woman to be like a main character. Her name is Willie, and like she's barely in the movie. Like she's important to the story and all, but she's like not even in the movie as much as I thought, at least. And she draws these really elaborate, weird illustrations. I don't know, but you can sort of see there. And it's also in the background. Oh, it's really hard to see, but it's in the background behind Shelley Duvall and Sissy Spacek. And yeah, on the disc a little bit. And there's not much when it comes to the special features. from what I can remember from just reading it. Obviously, there's like the essay in here and an audio commentary. And then galleries of production and publicity stills. And a theatrical trailer and television spots. So, not much for special features, but it is a 2-hour movie, basically. So, that's okay. Next, I have A Christmas Tale, and I meant to watch this around Christmas time, and I completely forgot. I don't know why. I didn't even... Is this Frozen? Okay. Are we back? Yeah. Okay. Next, I have A Christmas Tale, and this is from 2008, spine number 492. Let's see. I really like the cover. The lighting's just awful. I say that all the time, I bet. But it looks like a Christmas tree, but then like the trunk is a cigarette. And so the tree isn't actually like a tree, it's like cigarette smoke. So I think it's a really cool design. This is directed by Arnaud Desplechin, and I feel like I should have added an accent, but the only accent that I could come up with was like Russian, and he's probably not Russian since this is a French movie. Yeah. So, anyway, this is a Christmas film. I don't really know if it has so much to do with Christmas, but I meant to watch it around Christmas time and I forgot. I just forgot about it, but I didn't actually watch a lot of Christmas films around Christmas because my brother and I were just watching a whole bunch of movies that we hadn't seen before, as I explained in part 1 of this haul and discussion of these Criterion films. Also, I'll link part 1 in the description if you hadn't seen that yet. So this is about a woman who needs a bone marrow transplant from a blood relative, and she confronts her family about it during the Christmas get-together and celebration. And it seems like a really emotional film. It's like 2.5 hours. I've seen a few clips of it from the Criterion YouTube channel, I think. Yeah. And I actually got this because it has Catherine Deneuve in it, and she plays the woman who needs the transplant. And this being from 2008, it's a more recent film, and the most recent film I've seen her in is Indochine, which is from 1992. So it'll be interesting for me to see her older, I guess. Yeah, just because a lot of the movies I have and I've seen her in are from when she was like in her 20s. So, since I keep coming back to it in my mind, so hopefully I plan on watching this relatively soon. Hopefully it happens. Yeah, and I'll open it up. Yeah. And I also really like the blue color scheme of the whole thing, because I just really like the color, the monochromatic look to it. I don't know how he's doing that. I'd fall. He probably has something helping him, right? Okay, and then the rest was basically just the essay. And so, special features, supplements on here. There is, of course, theatrical trailers, the essay, Arnaud's Tale, a new 35-minute documentary featuring interviews with Desplechin and actors Mathieu Amalric and Catherine Deneuve. Lemay, Desplechin's 2007 documentary about the sale of his family home. So, I wonder if it has anything to do with the plot of this film. If it has sort of a biographical aspect to it. I'll see when I watch it. Unless someone wants to tell me, then they can. Next, I have Judex, and this is from 1963, spine number 710. I got the dual format edition. Well, it comes in dual format edition, I guess. And I actually wasn't going to get this. I was planning on getting Eyes Without a Face, because I'd seen a few videos about it, and I'm like, that movie seems really good, and I want to get it. And then I didn't get it. Like, last minute, since this is what I ordered online from barnesandnoble.com, I, like, last minute changed my order and decided to get Judex instead of Eyes Without a Face. They're both by Georges Franju, by the way. I didn't even realize, like, what a coincidence that I would switch the movie, but it's still by, like, the same director. Pretty interesting. But I switched it last minute because I wanted to see if I would get, like, the like, cardboard digipack sort of case. But I got the regular clear case. I'm okay with it. Sort of. Actually, I'm a little bit disappointed. I really liked the way that it looked, just, like, all I don't know, all nice with the cardboard sort of case. I don't know what to call those cases. I just say cardboard digipack cases. Anyway, Judex. This actually made me forget that it was made in the 60s. It was really interesting and innovative with the way the effects were done and felt. Because I kept on thinking, like, it really made me think that it was made in, like, the late 20s or something, you know, around that time, like, around 1930 maybe. And I think especially with effects and the way things were done, it kept me wondering what would happen next. It was sort of unpredictable, like, I didn't really have an idea of the way the film would be before watching it, but once I started getting into it, I couldn't really expect anything. I guess that's the best way that I can describe it. So it just kept me wondering what would happen and who Judex was, even though I figured it out sort of early on, which I feel like I always say that. I have probably explained this before, but I'm really good at figuring out, like, the whole, like, mystery or, like, a plot twist. I'm really good at it. Not like I'm bragging, it's just, like, sometimes it's disappointing because you figure it out early on and then you're like, oh, like, if I didn't figure it out, it would have been, like, a blown away moment, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, my mom actually came to say goodnight. She was going to bed when I was watching this, and she watched the rest of the movie with me. And I was really surprised and amazed because it's in French, so she would have had to read the subtitles. Like, I still read subtitles, but I at least took French in high school, and so I learned 5 years of French, and she doesn't know French. And she's not too much into, like, older movies. She's definitely into more contemporary films above all. And actually, usually when I'm watching a movie, she'll come in and say that she's going to bed and say goodnight or something, and she'll end up seeing, like, a good few minutes of, like, almost all the movies that I watch, because she'll, like, walk in at some point. And so she's usually like, I don't know about some of those films you watch, or especially because I'm usually watching, like, a Criterion film, and of course she'll walk in and she'll be like, I don't know about those Criterion movies you get. The ones I walk into seem weird or something like that. And she actually saw, like, the second half of Three Women, and we were both sort of like, what's happening? I agreed with her that time, and anyway, she walked in. and I was only about 17 minutes into it. It's only like, it's 97 minutes, but she watched 80 minutes of the film, and that was really nice. So, yeah. But what this film is about, what I think he's a banker. He's like a rich banker, and he's corrupt, and he's blackmailed and then killed both by Judex, who's like a superhero-esque character, and then sort of from there, just events ensue, and I don't know, because there's so many aspects that go into the plot. There's like death, and then there's like this weird like Frankenstein machine thing. So then there's like bringing people back to life, and then there's like robbers and chase scenes, and it's really a lot of fun. So here's the awesome cover. I just really like the cover, and the whole design of it all, really. And that's what it looks like when you open it. The booklet's pretty thick. It's not too flimsy or thin. So you have that one right there is the Blu-ray, DVD 2 and DVD 1. And I don't want to take out the discs, but I don't think there's anything, a design underneath the discs. And so there's a bird in there. I think the bird's like dying. That's great, right? Oh, I didn't even look through this. This is a really cool design. I don't think I watched the special features either, or supplements. I'm so used to saying special features that it's usually what I say instead of saying supplements. I know that that's like the term that Criterion uses. There's a really cool, this is like a scene on a roof. It's like a small fight scene, and it reminds me of To Catch a Thief, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. Maybe wait, when was To Catch a Thief made? I was gonna say maybe this like influenced it, but maybe it's the other way around. Oh, I don't know why I showed you like a page with just writing. There's not too many pictures in here. I just really like the design of this. But as for the special features, there's an interview from 2007 with co-writer Jacques Champrot, an interview from 2012 with actor Francine Berger. Oh, I did watch the special features. Franjou Le Visionnaire, a 50-minute program from 1998 on director Georges Franjou, his career. 2 short films by Franjou, Hôtel des Invalides from 1951 about the Paris military complex, and Le Grand, Méliès, something like that, from 1952, about director Georges, oh gosh, it's like a person's last name, about director Georges Méliès. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. And then the booklet with the essay and a selection of commentary by Georges Franjou. And just to add a little bit more information, this is actually, it says on the back, conceived as an homage to another freaking name I don't know how to pronounce, Louis Feuillade. I'll spell it for you just because I can. Feuillade. His 1916 cult silent serial of the same name. So, it's based off of something else. And sort of redone, but also, as it says on the back, it's an homage. So, let's get a drink of water. Next is Tess. Oh, I meant to be holding it on this side the whole time. Oh well. But I have Tess, and no, let's just. Next, I have Tess, and this is from 1979, spine number 697. I got it in this nice cardboard digipack edition. It's dual format. I know that I've seen this at Costco a lot, and it's only available like in the clear cases now, so I'm really glad that I have it in this. I'm waiting to watch this until after I read the book, which I have. So as I said in part 1, the Picnic at Hanging Rock Criterion edition comes with the book, so I have that, and I have the novel's called Tess of the Dubervilles. It's by Thomas Hardy, and so, I mean, I have them. I should have no excuse not to read them and watch the film, so I'm waiting until after I read the book to watch the movie. I know a little bit about it, not really anything distinct about the plot, except for I know one thing, but I don't want to say it in case anyone hasn't seen it, because I can see it as a spoiler. I hear that it's sad, mostly. I really like sad stories. I don't know. I know that, like, I watched Dean of DVD, and I think he's sort of the same way. He says that he likes, like, depressing type of films, so I think a lot of people do, but it's sad, so it seems sort of weird, I guess. Anyway, the film from this whole, all these, I don't know what I want to call this, just the design of it, I guess. It seems very pictorial and picturesque. And I mean, oh my gosh. Oops, that's the back. Nastasia Kinski is beautiful, as always. So, I'll open this up. It's really nice looking. And, yeah, so Blu-ray, DVD 1, DVD 2. Why did they change it up sometimes? Or maybe I did that. I don't know. So, something I do know about this movie is that, directed by Roman Polanski, and it's dedicated to Sharon Tate, who was his wife, murdered by the Charles Manson family. Really sad story. I'm not going to get too much into that part of it, but she had read Tess of the Dubervilles and said that it would make a great film and that Roman should make an adaptation of it. And so he did after she had died, and so it's dedicated to her. Okay, I'll just put this back in here. I hope I was like showing those well. Sometimes I don't have like the picture, the screen that shows what is being recorded. So I was just sort of going like that, blind in a way, if that's the word to use. Lastly, I have the box set. David Lean directs Noel Coward. The box set is spine number 603. There are 4 films that are a part of this. So, if you didn't know, Noel Coward was a playwright, and these are screen adaptations of his plays, directed by David Lean. And I wanted this box set because it has Brief Encounter in it, and I wanted Brief Encounter, and that's the only film of the 4 that I've seen. I'm not quite sure what the other 3 are about, and I prefer it that way. You can sort of tell from the title what it's about. So I'll just give you that idea about them. So first, we have... Oh shoot! I forgot to tell you the supplements on Tess. I'll tell you. The supplements on Tess. Once Upon a Time, Tess, a 2006 documentary about the film, 3 programs on the making of the film, from novel to screen, filming Tess, and Tess the Experience, featuring interviews with Roman Polanski, actors Nastasia Kinski and Lee Lawson, producer Claude Berry, costume designer Anthony Powell, composer Philippe Sard, and others. Interview with Polanski from 1979, episode of The South Bank Show. A 45-minute documentary shot on location for French television during the making of the film. A trailer, and then the booklet with the essay. So, cool. Anyway, In Which We Serve. Here we go, In Which We Serve, that is the first one, and this is the one that has the booklet in it, which I will briefly show you now. This is the only booklet. It includes all the information for the 4 films. Oops. It's mostly writing, which I could understand because it includes information for all of the movies instead of just one. And I guess I could have expected a thicker booklet for 4 films. I don't know how much information there is about these, so yes. I'll set that aside. So, In Which We Serve is from 1942. It's by itself, it's by number 604, and I'm guessing from the title that it's about soldiers and a war. And actually on the back it says, in the midst of World War II. So, World War II, I'm guessing. And with the special features on this, there's a new interview about the film with Noel Coward, scholar Barry Day, a profile In Which We Serve, a short documentary from 2007 on the making of the film, an audio recording of a 1969 conversation between actor Richard Attenborough and Coward at London's National Film Theatre, and a trailer. So that is In Which We Serve. And, oh, I'll open it. Next is This Happy Breed, and I don't really know what this is about. Humanity, a family, a community, like people in general, I'm guessing. This is from 1944, and this by itself is by number 605. Special features. I keep on forgetting special features, oh my gosh. A new interview about the film with Noel Coward scholar Barry Day, an interview with cinematographer, screenwriter, producer Ronald Neame from 2010, and a trailer. And I mean, all of them say like a new high-definition digital transfer from whatever archives or whatever restoration with a uncompressed monaural soundtrack. I never say those because all of them say that, but I guess I'll let you know now instead of never. Next is Blythe's Spirit from 1945. This by itself is by number 606, and I do know a little bit more about this. I've heard of it, but also there have been commercials recently on television for the play with Angela Lansbury. I think that's her name, right? It's like Angela Lansbury and Noel Coward's Blythe's Spirit, like in a local theater or somewhere around here. So I know there's like a spirit from the looks of the commercials, and like a fortune teller, medium gypsy type person. So, fudge. I have to go to the bathroom. Okay. I'll start that over. Next I have Blythe Spirit, and I know a little bit about this. I've heard of it, but also there have been commercials on TV for Angela Lansbury and Noel Coward's Blythe Spirit. So I know from the title that there's a spirit, and from the looks of the commercials, like a medium probably, like a, I don't know, she looks like a fortune teller gypsy type person, but I'm guessing if a spirit is involved, there's a fuzz in the air. Yeah, she's probably a medium, so. Special features. Special features. A new interview about the film with Noel Coward scholar Barry Day. I could have guessed that. An episode of the British television series The South Bank Show from 1992 on the life and career of Coward, and a trailer. And did I open the other one? I don't know. I hope I did. Oops. I think I opened this, but I'll open it again just in case. So that was This Happy Breed. And then the last one, the one I've seen, Brief Encounter from 1945, and, that was weird. Okay then, well, here's the inside. And I saw this movie, I mean, at least a year ago, and I remember it somewhat, so it'll be good to, like, go back and visit it again, because I don't remember, like, too many specific things about it, but the overall film, and it'll be nice to watch the special features, because I just, like, recorded it when it was on TCM one time. So it's about a woman and a man who meet, and they plan to meet again, and there's definitely a connection and a romance, but they're both married, and I think he's like a soldier or something, so he has to like leave. I don't know, maybe it'll say on the back. No, he's a doctor. Just kidding. Great, he's a doctor. What made me think that he was a soldier? I don't know. But they sort of have, I don't really think it's like an affair, but it's definitely a type of affair romance. Very short and brief from the title. From what I remember, I would recommend it. I liked it. I remember that. Of course, if I would want to see it again. And for some reason, I haven't even seen the film, but it reminds me of Hiroshima Mon Amour. Again, which I haven't seen. That's also available from Criterion, and I actually plan on renting it from Netflix soon, because I've been recently educating myself on the French New Wave, which is my favorite film era, and I knew stuff about it, just the really obvious stuff that you learn just from watching a French New Wave film or watching a special feature about it. Just brief, obvious things, really, that any film buff, I guess, would know. But I've been looking into it more, like researching it and reading a lot of internet articles, and mostly just stuff on the internet, and then revisiting the movies I have that are from the French New Wave. But now I know a lot more about it, and I can talk about it more in depth, and I still like want to know more. There's like a few books that I'm really interested in getting, but I may do a video about the French New Wave. I think that'd be really cool to get some more content in my videos instead of just kind of showing you what I've gotten and talking about them if I've seen them. So definitely let me know if you'd be interested in that video. Yeah, I'd have to like get a lot of thoughts and together and do a lot of preparation for it, especially compared to like this type of video, but I definitely do it. I probably will, but it'll be great to know if you'd be interested in it. Anyway, I was gonna say, this is spine number 76 on its own. You can't get it on its own, it's out of print. I don't know if it was available on Blu-ray at all. I think it was just DVD, but if you want the Criterion edition of Brief Encounter, you have to get the box set, the David Lean Directs Noel Coward box set, in order to get it. And again, this is Blu-ray set. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was just DVD. So, and of course you can get this set on DVD only. Special features, lastly, an audio commentary by film historian Bruce Etter, a new interview about the film with Noel Coward's scholar Barry Day, on all of them, a profile of Brief Encounter, a short documentary from 2000 on the making of the film, David Lean, a self-portrait, a 1971 television documentary on Lean's career, and the trailer. So, that is it. That's all I got. Well, this is the set. See? Look at these. Look at those. Can you see those? Look at those. Can you see it? Not really. I don't like all those dents, but I'm dealing with it. So here we go. There we go. That's it. That's all of the Criterion stuff I got back in November. I can't believe it's like the end of February and I'm just doing this now. But that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So, that was it. Thank you for watching. Comment. I like comments. Tell me if you've seen any of them. If you maybe are interested now in watching any of them. If you have them. Whatever. Just something. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Have a spectacular day. I should keep coming up with better words that I haven't repeated a bunch of times. Yeah. Bye. I think. Let me just do that ending one more time. That's it. That's all I got back in November. Back in November. It's crazy. It's like the end of February and I'm doing this now. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I haven't had much to film anyway. No, I don't want to say that. Ugh. Okay. That's it. That's all I got back in November. That seems crazy because it's like the end of February now. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So, that's all. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, like usual. I think everyone sort of says that. You know, comment below if you've seen any of these, if you want to see any of these, if you have them. Whatever you want to comment. And have a great day. Bye!